Hey guys, it's Ethan Hill, handsome and wealthy, and can all my handsome and wealthy men tune into the video. Now, the title of this video is going to be called Respect Over Love. Respect over love. What does respect over love look like, man? You know, respect is a thing that is earned. It's never given freely. It's never something that you just hand out like a bakery, you just handing out free samples, right? But it is something that is earned, something that you have to work towards, right? And when it comes to relationships, what I've noticed in my past experiences from other people and from my own experiences, right? Might look at me and be like, oh, what do you know about respect and love with your 26-year-old self? Well, this is what I know, okay? And this is what is proven, okay? Respect is so much more honorable and so much more worthy than love, because love can fade. Love can be here today and it can be gone tomorrow. But when it comes to respect, when you respect something, when you go into the water at the beach and you go into the ocean, you respect the ocean because it has a capability of killing you if you don't know how to swim. And that's what respect is. Respect is something that you fear, something that you will not cross at any moment. So when it comes to respect in a relationship, most men are looking for respect. They're looking for love too, but love comes behind respect, because if somebody can respect you in a relationship, if your woman respects you in a relationship, it just makes the dynamic so much better, because those boundaries that you're worried about, those disrespectful words are not in the factor. They're not coming out. And that's one thing that I think most men are missing out on. But the question is, how do you earn the respect? Because a woman can't respect you unless you earned the respect, unless you've proven yourself through mental fortitude, through physical capabilities, through proving yourself and being consistent on the things that you say you are going to do. So these are some of the foundations, right? Having a mental fortitude, never breaking under the pressure of life, handling everything, right? If you're not at that moment yet, you work towards that, right? As a man myself, I'm still working on certain things that I need to work on. And I'm not a perfect person, but I do understand that if you acknowledge these flaws in yourself, you're able to improve so much more. And that's why I'm making this video. That's why the respect becomes there, because you are stepping into the fire and you are acknowledging that you're not a perfect person, but you are going to make the changes that is necessary to become the man that you need to be for your woman to respect you. And it's not about the money. It's not about how well you earn and spend the money. It's really about your boundaries and how you carry yourself in everyday life, because the respect has to come in everyday life, not just your woman, but it should come from your family. It should come from your professional relationships. It should be in all aspects pretty much of your life. And the biggest mistake that most men try to do is they try to shortcut the work. They try to take the shortcuts instead of doing the work mentally, physically, and spiritually, maybe even emotionally, because sometimes you need to be emotional in a grounded form, not in a outburst, but in a grounded, stoic way. You need to control your emotions, because a lot of the times when men go off the rails and when they go do crime, or when they do a lot of the stuff that goes on in the news, is because they're not grounded emotionally. They're not stoic. They've never been through anything. And that's why I believe that most men should go to the military at least for 4 to 6 years to get your mindset right. because a lot of men in this society are broken. We're broken because of the upbringing, because we didn't have our father, because we didn't have the male role model to look up to. We visualize and we put that influence into the TV screen. So the fact that you can control your mind and control your emotions and control how you respond will earn you a lot of respect. But on top of that, your capabilities and your discipline in the gym and discipline with just everything in your life, even when it comes to finances and making decisions, there's a lot of books you guys can read, right? There's a ton of books you can read. The first book I recommend is the 21 Laws of Irrefutable Leadership. I think I might have messed that up, by John C. Maxwell. Great book on leadership. If you're trying to control your relationships and steer in the right direction, I recommend that book. There's a book called, of course, The 40 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. That is another great book, but don't use that for manipulation. Just use it to understand how to control and navigate your relationships and cultivate it in a way that makes it blossom into something healthy. And then I think the third book that you could read, well, I'll give another recommendation. The Superior Man is a great book. Also deals with men and female dynamics in a relationship. That's a great book because it's going to teach you your masculine, your feminine, and it's going to talk about polarities and how if someone is in their masculine, somebody has to be in their feminine. So either way it goes, if you're in a relationship where the woman is in her masculine and the man is in his feminine, it has to work by having polar opposites. And then last but not least, the last book that I think you guys should read is How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book will change your life on how to interact with the world. Just in general, you want to have this life skill for all your relationships. Okay? So we're approaching 7 minutes now. And guys, once you acknowledge that you do want to take the chance and you do want to take the risk and you do want to earn the respect and you want to take accountability and you want to be the man that you're supposed to be, life will start to make sense and it will start to become better. And guys, the best thing you need to do is increase your testosterone. Like, you know if you have low testosterone or not. And that alone will help you to become way more confident and actually decrease your stress levels. Increasing your testosterone has been a major factor in why I feel like I've gotten way more controlled. I used to, have, I think, low testosterone to a certain extent. Not low testosterone, but like just not having the drive that I needed to have. So there's a couple of things, a couple of resources you can use, a couple of mentors that you know personally. I know that you can reach out to. So guys, really guys, respect is more important than love. At the end of the day, love is great, but what is respect? What is respect? What is the key to getting respect? Okay. So if you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys intend to do to increase your respect in your relationships. And guys, remember, it's Ethan Hill, handsome and wealthy, attractive woman you want, not the woman you're settling for. And we're out.